Hello, welcome to another video. So today I'm in Wrexham on my doorstep, and I've brought you to Wrexham Industrial Estate on what is something of a gloomy old day, cloud-wise. Sporadic showers, so hopefully it won't rain. Very mild for this time of year, February, so I know you like the little weather report, so that's what we're dealing with today. So, why have I brought you to the industrial estate? Well, a little bit about the industrial estate first, okay? It was created after the demise of the traditional industry, the mining industry, steelworking and brewing industries that were well known in the Wrexham area, large employers. So they created an industrial estate that has around about 340 businesses on it, employing around about 10,000 people according to the statistics of last year. Could be a little bit outdated now with everything the country's going through. So it's some industrial estate, one of the largest in Europe actually, and it's probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles outside the city centre. But since February 2017, so coming up to its 7th year, there's been a rather huge building or buildings erected that have given Wrexham something of fame, would you call it, or notoriety, would you call it? Certainly employment, and that is the UK's largest prison, HMP Berwyn. When I say largest prison, in terms of capacity, but I don't know what the situation is with the capacity at the moment, whether it's full or not. I know a lot of the prisons are full, but it is said when I did some research that Oakwood in the Midlands has more prisoners. But in terms of size and potential capacity, Berwyn is bigger. So it has that title, the UK's largest prison. Now, it's an all-male Category C prison. It does have some Category B prisoners in there, but generally it's a Category C prison, which means it's a secure, as you can see, it's secure. It's not an open prison, but it specialises in resettlement and training, getting people ready for the outside. I imagine that means. I'm no expert. So that sounds relatively positive. Now, I'm making this video just to show you the building, really, because I like to look at buildings, as you know. But it's not a church for once, although there will be various chapels of different faiths inside there, as you can imagine. Now, to house a prisoner, when I was doing the research, it does say it costs around about £36,000 a year for a singular prisoner, which is a lot of money, isn't it? It's split into 3 houses, is this jail: Bala, Alwen and Ceiriog. Now, Bala is obviously a town not too far from Wrexham, and when they discovered that one of the houses inside the prison was going to be called after their town, they were a little bit up in arms about it and a petition was raised, but it still went ahead with those names. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but in terms of capacity, it can house just over 2,100. When it first opened, there was quite a lot of promotional videos and things and press and so on, and showing off its facilities really, and it did look quite something in terms of the food they were offered prisoners, and gymnasium and sporting facilities, and I think initially it was one man, so it is a male prison, 1 man to a cell, but I believe there is some sharing taking place now. And the cells do have showers in there, I believe. I also believe, from looking at the website this morning, that the prisoners can use phones, and they can't have incoming calls obviously, but they can call out with credits and things. So They have laptops with entertainment on there. No, I'm not saying that that's a good or bad thing. I have no comment to make whether that's good or bad whatsoever. I'm not making this video to berate anybody or celebrate crime or anything like that. We all take some wrong turns in life, and sometimes well, I haven't personally, but sometimes people can end up in bother, can't they? Now there's the sign, Croso. Welcome, sorry about the pronunciation, Welsh friends. It's quite interesting that it says welcome on your way in. I suppose it's not going to say anything else, is it? I can't swear. But quite colourful. That's the first thing you would see, I would imagine, if you do come in this way. So it does stretch some way actually. It goes around this corner and probably, I don't know, without exaggerating, maybe a quarter of a mile of buildings on the left hand side, and then obviously you'd turn around to the left and do a full square if you like, if you could. I can't imagine how that looks really, because I've never been up there, but I would imagine you could go all the way around. I don't know whether security cut that off. So there we are. A little bit of controversy over the years. It's had a bit of a checkered short history, and they have had strikes there, the prison officers. And 3 female prison officers were jailed for getting a little bit too close to male prisoners. So that's it really. I think there was a little bit of an upsurge in unrest from what I read in the local press last year, because there were some prisoners shipped in from different areas that may have had some gang involvement, or certainly regional differentials, should we say. So I think they had to be kept apart a little bit, but that's only what it said in the media. I'm not sure whether that's true or not. So yeah, it's about 3 to 4 miles outside the city centre of Wrexham. You can see another little angle there through the wire. And I just thought I'd show you. Obviously I can't get too close, but I'm on public land at the minute. I'm on a normal path, walking around an industrial estate. There are other videos. The people have gone a little bit closer and had conversations with staff of things about whether they are allowed to film on prison property or not. But I'm not taking that chance, because I'm a bit of a wuss, as you probably all know by now. And I'm just going to film from the path really. So just try and get one last angle so you can get a mind's eye of what the UK's largest prison, which I keep saying, looks like. There we are. Just take you up to the main entrance. So you can see how close it is to industrial units. These are smaller units here, but interestingly I didn't see all this signage saying units to let before, so it could be to do with what the country's going through at the moment, you know. It may just be a coincidence, but there was a time when I used to work around here actually, and most of the units were full, give or take, because it's seen as quite a good central area. Not far from the Midlands, you're not far from the northwest really. The road network isn't great, I must admit, not around here, but you're not far away from decent roads again. Probably about, in each direction, I don't know, 20 minutes perhaps before you get onto decent dual carriageways, motorways and things. So it's not too bad, I guess. I'm just trying to think if I can tell you anything else about this. Not really. I think I've covered it, to be honest with you. I'll just walk you up to this opening, and we can have a little gander at another angle. One of the main entrance points. Possibly for staff, I'm not sure. not just prison staff, obviously they have a lot of catering and admin staff, I would imagine. So there we are. Okay, so that's HMP Berwyn, the largest prison in the UK.